In the 1990s, scientists including Harvard Medical School's Arlene Sharp and Gordon Freeman discovered a way that cancer cells can hide from the immune system. 20 years of work based on their insights has led to drugs that prolong life for many people whose cancers resisted treatment before.
We now have a series of treatments that allow us to exploit a patient's own immune system to fight off cancer.
Cancer immunotherapies are just one of many treatments that grew out of discoveries in the basic sciences, such as immunology and genetics.
I'd like to stress that the work that we've done was really discovery science.
You can think about medicines for virtually any ailment. They would all owe their beginnings to fundamental insights from research.
I think basic science is critical for moving towards drug developments and novel therapeutics.
So the Harvard Medical School Therapeutics Initiative intends to address many of the impediments that keep an idea that arises at the bench and as fundamental science and what hinders its progress towards a medicine of tomorrow.
There are many remarkable success stories, but they're unfortunately outnumbered by the failures.
If you look at projects that are started within the pharmaceutical industry, for example, fewer than 5% of them ever lead to a marketed drug.
There is a disconnect between usually what's done at the bench and what's ultimately a drug that goes into a patient.
I understand why it takes time, but still sometimes it is hard to wait.
What we're trying to do is to develop a whole strategy, a therapeutic science that will allow us to increase the efficiency, reduce the cost, and increase the speed with which we develop new medicines.
Harvard Medical School, in many ways, is ideally positioned to take on something like the Therapeutics Initiative. Not only do we have phenomenal fundamental research going on at HMS, but when you include the affiliated hospitals and the rest of Harvard University, it's really an unrivaled group of researchers, both on the fundamental and on the medical side, looking at diseases from a number of different angles.
There are people here who have expertise in so many different areas of basic science, translational science, and clinical investigators.
Collaboration has allowed us to move much more quickly. Collaboration has actually redefined how science is done, and I feel like it will have a lasting impact.
We also have to remember our geography. We're in the middle of the largest biotech cluster in the world. So the proximity really puts us in a position where HMS is ideally suited to execute on the Therapeutics Initiative.
With the Therapeutics Initiative, we're creating a new structure for translation.
The goal is to bring people to the campus with extraordinary industry experience in how a therapeutic is made.
It's to help scientists in our community realize that if they make a groundbreaking discovery, that it doesn't necessarily have to end there.
To be able to understand what it really takes to go from a discovery to that medicine that's in the bottle.
A component of being able to transit that science is building infrastructure to support it. And the first piece is the construction of the Blavatnik Harvard Life Lab Longwood. This is a 10,000 square foot facility that has both wet and dry space for research, that will house startup companies with Harvard or HMS origins, where either space or capability is needed to have an idea and convert it into a medicine.
The educational mission, I think, is critical as well, to educate the next generation of scientists.
One component of this is our therapeutic graduate program. We have several postdoctoral fellows programs that we've initiated. All of these are leaning towards training our future scientists for careers where they might be the shepherds of a medicine of tomorrow.
I feel really lucky to be in this community with this type of support that allows us to think about our scientific questions from both a basic science perspective and also a translational perspective.
The Therapeutics Initiative is key to the Harvard Medical School mission. If we discover new treatments, we will indeed improve health and well-being for all.
It's been transformative and really, really grateful to be a part of it.